Captain Sarah Mitchell had never seen an alien cry before. The Zilithian ambassador stood in the center of the United Earth Command briefing room, his tall, mantis-like frame trembling as bioluminescent tears traced down his chitinous face. His forearms gestured frantically, while his translator device struggled to convert his clicking language into human speech. "Please," the device crackled, "our children. They take our children for their experiments. 17 worlds have fallen silent. We have nowhere else to turn." Admiral Harrison Chen leaned forward across the polished conference table, his weathered face grave. Around the room, military leaders from every Earth nation watched the desperate plea of a species that had first contacted humanity only 6 months ago. The Zilithians had come bearing gifts of advanced metallurgy and clean energy technology, asking only for cultural exchange and peaceful coexistence. Now they were begging for salvation. "Tell us about the Devourers again," Chen said gently. The Zilithians' antennae drooped. "They came from beyond the galactic rim 20 cycles ago. Silicon-based, hive-minded, unstoppable. They consume organic matter to fuel their expansion, but they study us first. They keep some alive to understand our biology, our culture, our fears." His voice broke through the translator's static. "They learn how to make our suffering last longer." Dr. Elena Vasquez, Earth's chief xenobiologist, shifted uncomfortably in her seat. "The data you've provided shows their technology is centuries ahead of ours. Their ships can phase through matter. Their weapons can destabilize molecular bonds. Why come to us? We're barely a spacefaring civilization." The Zilithian's large, compound eyes focused on her with desperate intensity. "Because you are warriors. In our galaxy, species evolve toward peace and cooperation. We build beautiful cities, create art, pursue knowledge, but we forgot how to fight. You humans." He paused, his translator clicking rapidly. "You never stop being predators." A uncomfortable silence filled the room. It was true, humanity's expansion into space had been marked by constant conflict. The Mars colony wars, the asteroid belt skirmishes, the ongoing tensions between Earth and the Outer Rim settlements. Where other species had found peace, humans had perfected the art of warfare even among the stars. Admiral Chen stood, walking to the massive view screen that dominated the far wall. With a gesture, he activated the display, showing Earth's current military assets. Orbital defense platforms bristled around the planet like a steel crown. Massive shipyards in the asteroid belt churned out new vessels daily. The Lunar Naval Academy trained the most aggressive space combat pilots in known space. "What exactly are you asking us to do?" Chen asked. "Save the Galactic Collective," the Zilithian whispered. "All of us. The Devourer's expansion follows predictable patterns. Our mathematicians calculate they will reach Earth in approximately 50 of your years. Help us now, and perhaps together we can stop them before they consume everything." Chen turned back to face the alien ambassador. "And what can your people offer in return?" The Zilithian reached into his ceremonial robes and withdrew a small crystalline device. "Our entire technological database, faster than light communications, matter manipulation, energy shields that can deflect stellar radiation. Everything we've learned in 10,000 years of civilization." The room erupted in murmurs. Such technology would advance human civilization by millennia. But Chen held up a hand for silence, his strategic mind already working through the implications. "How many ships do we need?" "Our intelligence suggests the Devourer fleet numbers in the millions," the Zilithian replied. "But they are spread across dozens of systems, harvesting. If you could deploy even 50,000 vessels to their nearest staging ground at Kepler 7849, you might catch them before they fully consolidate." Chen almost smiled. 50,000 ships was exactly the size of Earth's expeditionary fleet, the force designed to project human power across the galaxy if the need ever arose. It was as if the universe had prepared them for this moment. "There's something you need to understand about humans," Chen said, his voice growing cold and calculating. "We don't just fight to survive. We fight to win, completely and utterly. If we deploy our fleet against these devourers, we won't stop until every last one of them is space dust." The Zilithian's antennae perked up with something that might have been hope. "You will help us?" Chen looked around the room, meeting the eyes of every military leader present. He saw the same hunger for battle that had driven humanity to the stars, the same aggressive instinct that had made them the most feared warriors in local space. They had been preparing for a war like this their entire lives. "Dr. Vasquez," Chen commanded, "begin analysis of the Devourer technology. I want to know every weakness, every blind spot." He turned to General Rodriguez. "Contact all fleet commanders. Full mobilization in 72 hours. The Zilithian collapsed to his knees, overcome with relief. "Thank you. Thank you. Our children will live because of your courage." Chen placed a reassuring hand on the alien's shoulder. "Ambassador, there's something else you should know about humans. We don't abandon our allies. Ever. When our fleet returns, Earth will guarantee the protection of every Zilithian world. You'll never have to beg for help again." As the briefing dispersed and preparations began, Chen remained at the view screen, watching Earth's mighty war machine begin to stir. Shipyards accelerated production, reserve fleets powered up their reactors, and soldiers across the system received deployment orders. The Devourers had made a fatal mistake. They had given humanity a righteous cause and a worthy enemy. Now they would learn why every species in local space whispered warnings about the aggressive apes from Sol III. Earth's mighty war fleet was coming, and hell was coming with it.